Jackson Radio Show.
The Trump effect. It affects everybody, and it's getting a lot of swamp monsters. Got the latest one. I don't know if you guys heard about this guy. Member of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. I'm loving the Trump effect. Now, Doug Jones won and Roy Moore lost. Who cares? I'm not worried about that. That's a battle. The left, they've won a philosophical, we won, oh my gosh, we did it. We spent $25 million and we bought an election. And we lied about a judge and blah, 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 and then life goes on. The swamp still exists. Yay! Until election time 2018. But let me tell you what's going to keep on happening. This woman's movement that was started by the left, that all these eunuchs, these gonadless men on the left have allowed to occur, it's going to eat them up, bite them in the naughty bits. The Trump effect. It's not only given America the most robust economy in decades, but it eradicates leftists daily. It exposes them too. Mitch McConnell and those guys should have backed Roy Moore on philosophical reasons alone. Roy Moore should have won, and if they wanted, him out later, give him a chance to see what he could do in whatever time he's got, before he has to run again, and then go get the next guy. But they didn't, because they didn't want to win. Republicans don't know how to win, and they don't like winning. They like battling uphill. Let's charge the hill. Sir, they're rolling boulders on us. They're shooting us from on high. Our bullets are falling flat, sir. They don't care. From Hollywood to D.C., however, Americans have witnessed the lecherous acts of leftists, folks. Weinstein began things. Then Franken found himself ensnared, the latest casualty of leftism. And I've said this over and over again, and I mean it. This is far from over. Now we learn that a judge on Californicate's Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals may have his own casting couch. Yes, this is according to the Washington Examiner. But they write this. 6 women who worked in the office of Judge Alex Kaczynski, a member of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, have accused him of sexual misconduct. 2 women spoke on the record, while the 4 others would not allow their names to be shared. One of the women, Heidi Bond, said the judge showed her porn on multiple occasions, including pictures of naked college-age students at a party and a flip book which a woman's naked body parts had to be matched up to the corresponding bodies. She said she worked as a clerk for Kaczynski from 2006 to 2007. Now look, far be it from me to protect a lefty, but let me just say this. What if the judge was doing a case, and he says, can you believe that listen, Susan, or no, her name was Heidi. Listen, Heidi, look at this video. This is what kids today are now doing in college parties, and he shows her the video. See, in the right context, you go, ooh. Now, should he have issued a trigger warning? Yeah, there's going to be nudity. Because, see, there's a difference between nudity and porn. There is. Porn is the act of, whatever. Nudity is just nudity. That's it. It's a naked body. Okay, I get it. It could be offensive to some, but it is what it is. We all have one. So, but porn is different. So I don't know what he showed her, but there could be context where you go, oh, I get it. Like maybe he says to her, hey, Heidi, we got to put this into the record. How do you recommend we do that? I mean, do you want to, because here's what's going on here. And he shows her and she, oh my goodness, Judge. He goes, I know, it's terrible stuff here, but I mean, and she goes, well, we can put the whole video into the record, or we can do the, the moans in the ground. Oh, okay, I got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's something. It's all a matter of perspective. I was out with my youngest boy, and we went to get some food, And I was waiting to leave, and there was a car just stopped, and it had a signal on left, but it wouldn't turn left, and there was plenty, time for the other, and the cars would come in spurts, on the right side, on the left side, where he couldn't turn to the left. But then when it would stop, nobody would turn. So this went on for about 7 minutes. It tried my patience, and so finally I was like, "Bah!" I blew the horn, and then out comes a dude, needing to get in a wheelchair, and my boy's like, "Dad, did you know that guy's getting in a wheelchair?" I'm like, "Of course not. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have done it. Don't be a buckethead." So, but he definitely ribbed me on it. He's like, you sure you didn't see that, Dad?" Funny kid. So, all I'm getting at here, it's a matter of perspective. But that's what Heidi said. Emily Murphy alleged Kaczynski once tried to convince her and other clerks to work out while naked after she mentioned that the court's gym appeared to regularly be used by employees. And again, if you're having a conversation, "A place is always packed, and I can't get on a machine," and then the judge who looks at you because maybe you're not that attractive, and he goes, "Well, if you want to clear the place out, why don't you work naked?" We don't know his personality. Again, I'm not trying to protect this. He's a lefty. The 6 women said they did not. Oh, here's another what they said. An unidentified woman said the judge, quote, get this, looked her up and down in a less than professional way and discussed a female judge stripping. Now, again, I don't know. First of all, looked you up and down maybe he looked you up and down like, "What, you think you all that?" Mm-hmm. He could have been that look you up and down in a less than professional way, like a sister, like, "Oh, no, you didn't wear that. You ain't wearing that there," right? Could have been that. And then discussed a female judge stripping. What could he have said? "You do know that Ellen used to be a stripper?" I mean, all I'm saying, none of this is convincing enough for me. I'm not saying, because this is Clarence Thomas. "Oh, he talked about, Long John Stallion and had a pubic hair on a Coke." Really? In the 40-something years the dude's been, the 8 years you served him, that's the thing that just sticks out the most is, "Oh, Anita," what's her name? Anita Hill? "Oh, Lord, he talked about a pubic hair on a Coke. It just offended me." I was like, "Oh, no." Guy drives me crazy. And then they say this. Another woman claims to have worked as a clerk for Kaczynski, and she was dining with the judge when he kind of picked up the tablecloth so he could see the bottom half of my legs. She said he defended the move at the time as saying he wanted to see if you were wearing pants because it's cold out. Well, maybe he was. Look, this is the stuff I'm talking about, folks. Lifting up a tablecloth. "Oh, I see you're wearing a dress." "Well, it is cold out. Do you want my jacket?" I don't know what he would have said, but that's it. Okay. Woo, man, what a terror. Woo, Lord, let's get him off the streets. It ain't safe. Man, they're petty. But what's most disturbing is they say there was nowhere for these women to go. The system in place by leftists allow these powerful men to do as they want with women. And at times with men. Let's not leave the men out. Men get harassed sexually. They certainly do. Now recall how the power structure is built, folks. Men like Kaczynski protect themselves with powerful allies, many of whom are powerful women. All of these allies act as soothers for the victims. They placate him at times. "Oh, the judge, he's a jokester. I mean, come on." And if that doesn't work, they promise him promotions or payoffs. Yeah, pay off with your money. And if that doesn't work, then they go to DEFCON 4. They ruin their lives. So I want you to imagine a 20-something facing the potential to lose her livelihood. The thought of giving up your career because you didn't succumb to one little harmless flirtation. Not so harmless when you consider the circumstances, huh? So what did Judge Kaczynski say? He said the same thing all men say. He issued a statement saying he would never intentionally do anything to offend anyone. I don't know if he did or if he didn't. And he issued this statement saying, I've been a judge for 35 years, had over 500 employees in chamber, blah, 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 and I don't do this. So what I'm telling you people is there's a war on men. Another case of he said, she said, and what we should learn to do is listen to both sides. Because what we've learned in the Judge Roy Moore case is one of these accusers is found out to have been a fraud, a total fraud. But the biggest interesting twist in Kaczynski's case is he actually sided with President Trump in the travel ban, and he's a lefty. And I think that the leftists were trying to teach him a lesson. They said, if you buck the system, we'll get you. And that lesson's resonating throughout the left right now.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177, or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.